welcome back, guys. As promised, last week's video, we're going to be building a go-kart this time. We're not just riding this time. This instance, we're going to be doing a little bit of a copycat situation. We're going to be, I was inspired by Cars and Cameras to even do the whole go-karting thing that I've been doing lately. And one of their favorite series that they did, build series, was their Rat Rod Wagon, where they took an old radio flyer wagon tub and turned it into a go-kart. In my case, it's not necessarily a radio flyer wagon. This is an off-brand, which is why I don't mind cutting it up or, doing anything crazy to it, because it's, like it's valuable or anything. Also, I'm going to do it a little bit differently instead of having a frontward engine because of all the logistics involved of trying to make that work. I'm going to go with a traditional rear engine design. Alright guys, before we transition over to the building and welding montage we got coming for the build, I just want to take a second to say, hey, thanks for watching. Also, give me a little grace. This is the first time I'm building a go-kart frame from scratch. And don't get me wrong, I understand angle iron's probably not recommended frame material, but trust me, I'm going to reinforce it the best I can, and this is, meant to be a rat rod, so I am going to leave a lot of it, rusty and flaky and stuff like that, but hope you enjoy the video. Yeah, guys, here's me teaching old baby brother some flux core welding 101 here. See what we got going on. Clearly, it's his first day. No problem. We believe in him. All right, nice.
She almost got on fire.
It's fine. Guys, so this is the beginnings of the frame here. Like I said, this is about what it's going to be. I've got that's where the engine's going to go. Of course, the wagon moving down. Just now got the first few welds in. Now we're moving on to shoring up the two main frame rails. We're going to move on to, and after that, we're going to move on to the cross braces.
Well, your stall caught fire for a second.
That's fine. And the master welder is back at it again, building these expertly put together frame rails here for the new Rat Rod Wagon go-kart. Next level. Alright guys, new update on the frame here. We got the braces for the side rails put in place. Now we just gotta put the two side rails together. I got the axle finger tight in there. So we should be good and straight on that. Alright, right here's where I started letting the Munchkin do some welding. Gotta learn sometime. Hey guys, it's been actually a couple days since the last clip you just watched, but progress has been made. Unfortunately, I didn't film this part, but check it out. Alright, so we have the axle installed. I've got the wheels bolted up. It's mostly just for mock-up purposes because I still got some welding and stuff to do, but I just wanted to make sure everything looked right. And of course, I do have the wagon tub bolted down now, and as you can see, I do have the engine plate in. I still got, like I said, I got to do some welding before I can weld that piece on. But got my drum brake on here already. Of course, this isn't attached right yet, but I've got the sprocket on here. So now we've got to finish up the back end here. I've got to get a cross brace welded in here so I can put this here engine plate on so we can get the engine on here. Oh, and another update. Unfortunately, we were unable to use the generator engine that I was talking about in the previous video because, well, the crankshaft is tapered and it's not keyed, and the case has that cage that is permanently part of it, as you can see. So unfortunately, what we're probably going to do instead is we're going to rob the engine off of the Red Rocket go-kart from previous videos, and I'm just going to buy a new engine for that one. I mean, that is kind of the purpose of this. We are building a rat rod, so we're going with used parts for the most part. So, and that engine was used before I put it on the Red Rocket. So, all right, let's move on to the next part. Okay, so now what we're going to do is going to work on capping the end of this frame here. I've already got the pieces cut. I'm just going to do the welding real quick and see what it looks like after. Well, that worked. But I will say I don't recommend welding near paper. So, and yeah, this is the paper, in case you guys couldn't see it in the video, that I caught on fire while I was welding 2 minutes ago. I don't know if you heard me stomping, but that's what I was stomping on. Caught some paper on fire. Don't try this at home. Just saying. However, let's take a look at the welds and see. So, yeah, I got the cap on the top now. I just got to do the bottom one. Cut me a little slack. I know my welds aren't fantastic, but all I have is this flux core welder. So, and also, I'm not a professional. I'm just a guy in this carport. Alright, so the rear end welding taken care of, minus the engine plate, but I haven't welded the engine plate on yet because I'm waiting to take the engine off the Red Rocket go-kart so we can mock it up, figure out exactly where I need it to be for the chain alignment and everything. But beyond that, I think we've done a pretty good job. Take a look, guys. As you can see, I've got the end finished here. I've got this other piece in for the engine plate to weld to. And as you can clearly also see, the rear end is actually sitting on the wheels. But I think that is all we're going to get done for today's video. Next video is going to be us working on the front end. We're going to do the front drop axle and all that stuff, get the wheels for the front and the spindles and all that fixed up like we want it, get that ready. I'm actually waiting on parts is the reason this video is ending where it is. I'm waiting on my steering shaft and a few other parts to get shipped in, the rest of it. But if you like the video, please like, please subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next part.